Hey, John Gentry here in Denver, Colorado, your sports medicine technologist, getting back to you after the Birmingham hip resurfacing surgery that happened. I'm 6 or 7 weeks now, 7.5 weeks post-op. So I'm out doing some biking, some swimming, some walking. The longest distance I've walked so far is going 7.5 weeks. It'll be my fourth walk today. Nope, I'm only going to do a mile today. I did 2 miles yesterday, and then a few days before that, and a few days before that. But the hip resurface procedure, real similar to a hip replacement. They just shave down the bone and cap it instead of cutting off the head of the femur. But it's a larger incision. It's tougher to do, but it's usually for younger people that have osteoarthritis. So those bone spurs are killer. I'll tell you what, when you get down to bone and you start feeling that, and you're an athlete, or not even an athlete, if you just get this, you inherit this type of a situation, or you're even if you're older, and you go for a total hip replacement, which my father-in-law is looking at today. He's going to go see my surgeon, and they're going to talk about it because he hasn't been able to really walk straight for, it's been about 2 years, dragging a left foot and just in pain, when there are procedures that can be done, especially that aren't as intense as this, where they go posterior, and now they go anterior, which means the front of your thigh instead of the back by your butt. One big scar there, and they really need to get into resurface. There's a lot more work to be done than a hip replacement where they just cut it off. And so I just wanted to let you know that one thing I haven't stopped, and I couldn't do the E sizes for about 2 weeks post-op because of limitations that they give you right after that surgery. But still, don't forget about these E sizes, whether you have arthritis or you don't. But if you have pain, back pain or hip pain, even neck pain can be deferred pain from the lower back. Don't forget about Pain Free. This is from Pete Agoscu, and here's a couple of the exercises. This right here is the counter stretch, and this counter stretch, I want to make sure that we see this. The counter stretch is where you can see the example right there. Just hold that there for about 40 seconds. And then the next stretch that we're going to do is the seated floor. You'll see that there, the seated floor stretch up against the wall. And I want to get rid of that. You'll hold that for about 4 or 5 minutes. And that's been a doozy for me lately, especially the, I have my arthritic hip that I have to have done in 3 weeks. But the new hip, it's just not that flexible because of, the surgery, of course. The next exercise is the, what we call the, we want to call this one the static back stretch. And the static back stretch is where you just put both feet up on a table, like the bottom figure there, and hold that for a good 4 or 5 minutes on that stretch also. And then the last one that I'm doing each day, and have been doing pre-op 3 months, and then post-op here, getting back into it, is the supine groin stretch, where you do the same thing with your legs up, but take one and put it down on the ground, and you hold this for 10 minutes on each side. And what this is doing, it's aligning your spine. It's aligning your body, your hips, because the last thing I want to happen, especially since right now I'm so off, working with, at first using a walker, then a cane, and now walking on my own. But, you get the flare-ups. I'm still in recovery, and I will be in recovery for 6 months to a year. I even heard up to 2 years to really feel totally 100% back to normal. I've heard I've heard people that did an Ironman after 90 days, but these are everybody's different, so we have to take that into consideration. So don't be hard on yourself whether it's taking longer and shorter, whatever it is. It's just whatever you do, just do it. So we'll see you at the top.